Alright, what's going on, guys? Boy TG, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the first episode of my Boston Bruins franchise mode series. Now, we're doing an original six league like I did with the Blackhawks ones. You guys don't remember that. I decided I wanted to do another original six series, and I wanted to do a Boston Bruins franchise mode series. Bruins are original 16, so that's what we're rolling with in this franchise mode series. So Boston Bruins Original Six Franchise Mode Series. This is the first episode of it. Without further ado, I'm going to check out these lines here. All right. So the first line is Tyler BERTUZZI, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak in the solid 0. Second line is David Krejci, Brad Marchand, and Jake DeBrusk getting the solid 0. Third line is Taylor Hall, Pavel Zacha, and Garnet Hathaway getting the solid 0. Fourth line is Trent Frederick, Charlie Coyle, and Nick Foligno getting the solid 0. Defense, Hampus Lindholm and Charlie McAvoy getting the +2. Second pair is Brandon Carlo and Dmitry Orlov getting the solid 0. Third pair is Matt Grzelcyk and Connor Clifton. And the goalies are Linus Ullmark and Jeremy Swayman. So the Boston Bruins are already doing good in real life. Got 65 wins of the year. Taking on the Florida Panthers in the playoffs. But we're going to send them to our playoffs in this original six franchise mode league. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we reached the end of the season with a 50, 27-5 record with 105 points in the division. So we're first in the division. Did not get to 60-plus wins of the season like they did in real life. Still had a good season, though. And our leading point scorer is David Pastrnak with 90 points in 82 games. No 60-goal season from David Pastrnak like he had in real life. See how everybody else did, though. So, David Pastrnak with 90 points of the year. Patrice Bergeron with 79 points of the year. Brad Marchand with 74 points of the year. Charlie McAvoy with 67 points. David Perron with 65 points. Picked him up at the trade deadline. Hampus Lindholm with 59 points. Tyler BERTUZZI with 56 points. Taylor Hall with 54 points. And David Krejci with 54 points. Go to the entire league now. And Mitch Marner leads the way with 100 points in 82 games, so congrats to him. Most goals, and it's Austin Matthews with 54 goals of the year. Most assists, and William Nylander leads the way with 71 assists. Most points for defensemen, and it's Charlie McAvoy with 67 points. Let's go. Rookie skaters, and Lucas Reichel with 49 points. Could take home the Calder this year. We'll send them to the playoffs. Hopefully, we can win the Stanley Cup with the Boston Bruins. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys. So we're going to be taking on the Montreal Canadiens in round one of this semifinal. This is my favorite rivalry in hockey, Bruins and Habs. Favorite rivalry to see when these two teams go at it. In the sim, these first two games, and we do lead 2-0. Can we win game 3? Okay, not. Leading the series 2-1, though, guys. Can we win game 4? And we do, so we do take game 4. Can we win game 5? And we do take game 5, so let's go. We face the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Stanley Cup final. So we're going to sim the first 3 games. See how we do. Okay, leading the series 2-1. All right, can we win game 4? And we do not. All right, game 5. We'll just sim period by period. Why not? All right, first period, scoreless. Okay, second period, 1-0. Okay, third period, and the Leafs shut us out in game 5. Down in the series 3-2. Need to win the next 2 games right here. And it starts in game 6 in Toronto. The Leafs are not going to win the Stanley Cup, nor will they in real life First period, though, 1-0, so let's go. Second period, no goals scored in the second period. Still have a 1-0 lead. Come on, just hold on to the lead. 2-0, let's go. Brad Marchand. 3-0, Jake DeBrusk. Brad Marchand, Jake DeBrusk getting goals in the third period, making it 3-0. Let's go. 4-0, Pavel Zacha. Boys are coming alive in the third. And we shut out the Maple Leafs to force a Game 7 at home in Boston, where it can all be ended right here, right now. Bruins have beat the Leafs in Game 7s in real life. We can surely do it on here. First period, 1-0. Let's go. David Perron, the new guy. All right. Second period, 1-1. Ryan O'Reilly gets a goal for the Leafs. Zoom simulation. 2-1, let's go. Tyler Bertuzzi with a power play goal. Let's go. All right. Come on, just hang on. Just hang on for the lead. Okay, 3-1. Somebody has scored right there. I didn't see who it was, but you guys could probably put this video in slow-mo. Tell me in the comments. But anyway, we're going to win the Stanley Cup at home in Boston against the Maple Leafs. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, 2-1, and that is it. The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Boston Bruins, your Stanley Cup champions. We get it done in the first episode of this franchise mode series. And we get it done against the team that they have beaten previously in Game 7s in real life, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Once again, getting eliminated in Game 7 by the Boston Bruins. Once again, 2013, that was a good one. That was one of my favorite playoff games ever, that Game 7 in 2013 when the Bruins and Maple Leafs went at it. 2013, Leafs had a 4-1 lead in the third period. Then goals scored by Nathan Horton, Milan Lucic, and Patrice Bergeron had evened it up at 4. And then going into OT, Patrice Bergeron, the man who tied it, was the man who won it in OT, and also the man that is going to hoist the Stanley Cup for us. And he's raising the Stanley Cup high in the Beantown. Bruins also beat the Maple Leafs in Game 7s in 2018 and 2019. 2017, they lost to the Capitals. The Maple Leafs did, not the Bruins. Anyway, we're going to hand this off to Brad Marchand, our Conn Smythe Trophy winner, and he gets to hoist the Stanley Cup once again. As you guys don't know, Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011. That was against the Vancouver Canucks in a Game 7. We'll hand this off to David Pastrnak. David Pastrnak getting to hoist the Stanley Cup for the first time. Let's go. Scored 61 goals in real life. Now a Stanley Cup champion on NHL 23. We'll see if the Bruins can get it done in real life. But I predicted that the Rangers will win the Stanley Cup. But see if Boston can get it done in real life. Going to hand this off to David Perron, our new guy on the team. He gets to hoist the Stanley Cup once again. As you guys don't know, he won the Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues in 2019. And the funny part about it is that David Perron and the St. Louis Blues were going up against the Boston Bruins in the 2019 Stanley Cup Final. So that's actually kind of funny and ironic that David Perron won the Stanley Cup in 2019 with the St. Louis Blues, now winning it here on NHL 23 with the Boston Bruins. So it's real funny right there. Also, a little bit of ironic. Anyway, you see the classic Stanley Cup animation right here. Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions. We got it done in our first episode of this franchise mode series. We're going to try and win as many Stanley Cups as we can, like we did with the Blackhawks when we did the original 6 franchise World Series with the Blackhawks. But, of course, that was before they traded away Patrick Kane to the New York Rangers and before Jonathan Toews played his before Jonathan Toews played his last game with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Patrick Kane one hurt me the most because you guys already know he was my childhood hockey player growing up. I did grow up watching Jonathan Toews as well, but I always wanted to be like Kaner. He was my #1 favorite hockey player growing up, my childhood hockey player growing up, and to see him get traded away from the Blackhawks to the New York Rangers or to any team, which I saw the Rangers coming, just kind of like hurt a little bit. But anyway, Bruins win the Stanley Cup. And the Maple Leafs AHL team wins the Calder Cup. So that's a little bit odd. We beat the Maple Leafs to win the Stanley Cup, but their AHL team won the Calder Cup. So that is pretty odd to see. I just want to go back and see who did they play. Did they play our Bruins? Who did they play in the AHL Calder Cup final? Oh, they played the Rockets. That's the Canadiens AHL team. I thought they did take out us in the semifinals. They did take out our AHL team in the semifinals and then played the Canadiens AHL team. But the NHL team didn't take us out in the Stanley Cup final. But anyway, Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions right there. And we win the President's Trophy, just like the Bruins did in real life. Individual awards, Art Ross goes to Mitch Marner, and so does the Hart. James Norris goes to Charlie McAvoy. Lady Byng goes to Patrick Kane. Calder Trophy goes to Lucas Reichel. Conn Smythe Trophy goes to Brad Marchand. Vezina Trophy goes to Linus Ullmark. William Jennings Trophy goes to Igor Shesterkin. Bill Madison goes to Ole Mata. Jack Adams goes to the Maple Leafs head coach. Frank J. Selke Trophy goes to Patrice Bergeron. Ted Lindsay Award goes to Mitch Marner. And the Reese Rockford goes to Austin Matthews. We'll get out of here now. We'll go to the playoff tree. So we take out the Canadiens in 5 and take out the Leafs in 7. The Leafs they actually sweep the Rangers and, of course, lose to us. That's going to do it for this video, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like, hit it with a subscribe button. We'll try and go back-to-back in part 2, and I'll see you guys next time.